This your boy Snake Eyes. You rocking with Bomb First TV. It's your favorite blogger, and let's get right into it. What went wrong? Antwon Rose. Let's get right into it, y'all. Pittsburgh protesters shut down highway for hours over fatal police shooting of unarmed teen Antwon Rose. This don't make no sense. Here we go again. Hundreds of demonstrators shut down Interstate 376 outside of Pittsburgh until early Friday to protest the fatal shooting by police of a 17-year-old unarmed black teen who was running from a traffic stop. Now, I don't understand these traffic stops because why, if you're running from a traffic stop, what even give the police the right to use deadly force for a traffic stop? Not running because you committed a murder, not running because you robbed a bank at gunpoint, running from a traffic stop. Let's go ahead. Traffic on the highway was blocked up for hours by the demonstrator, some carrying Black Lives Matter sign and shouting "No justice, no peace." The crowd was protesting the fatal shooting Tuesday night in East Pittsburgh of 17-year-old Antwon Rose Jr. that was partially caught on video. Luckily, we did catch some of it on video, because you know how this story flip-flop like a pancake when you don't catch it on video. Nearly 1,000 people turned out earlier at the Allegheny County Courthouse to decry the shooting, the use of force by police, and gun violence. Man, it makes no sense. How do you, what goes in their head? He's not a threat. He's running. Let me go ahead and shoot and kill him. I don't understand, but let's go. Rose had been riding in a vehicle stopped by police who were investigating a recent shooting in the area. Okay, East Pittsburgh is located about 10 miles east of Pittsburgh. So they're reporting that the surveillance video may have captured the image of the shooter in a drive-by incident in which a 22-year-old man had been shot in the abdomen. The shooter fired 9 .40 caliber rounds from a vehicle that was struck when the victim returned fire. In making the traffic stop that led to the fatal shooting, police noted that the vehicle was similar to a description to the one used in the drive-by shooting and also had suffered apparent gunshot damage. Sergeant Lee Merritt, a civil rights lawyer representing the Rose family, said rumors the teen had been involved in a separate shooting was unsubstantiated. So they don't even know if that was true. We know that he was not armed at the time he was shot down, that he posed no immediate threat to anyone, Merritt said. That's what I'm saying. If you ain't posing no threat, how did that turn around to using deadly force by these police officers? They getting trigger happy and they so scared when they see a black man sometimes. I don't understand. Officer Michael Roosevelt confirmed with the reporter who went to his house Thursday that he was the officer who fired the shots, but said he had not watched the news and was unaware the video even existed. Roosevelt said he could not talk about the shooting because of the open investigation. I bet you can't. Plus that lawyer telling you, man, don't you say nothing to incriminate yourself. And investigators and city officials had declined to name the officer who has been placed on administrative leave. Come on now. The officer was new to the East Pittsburgh force and had only been sworn in about 3 hours before the incident. So that tell you right there, he was trigger happy from the jump. That's probably his lifelong dream to shoot somebody, you know what I'm saying, and try to get away with it. 3 hours and you already done shot somebody? Man, you don't need these kind of police officers on the force. But let's go. But had been on duty for about 3 weeks. He was on duty for 3 weeks, but he was sworn in 3 hours prior to the shooting. Okay, that don't make it no better. He has worked as a police officer for 7 years at 3 other police departments. Okay, that the police commissioner Coleman McDowell said Wednesday that he is confident that the car Antwon was in was involved in the earlier shooting, partly because a window had been shot out. He said officers found 2 guns in the car and that the driver was released after questioning without being charged. Okay, McDowell also confirmed that Antwon was not armed and that no shots were fired at the officers. Exactly. Pennsylvania law allows officers to use deadly force against a fleeing suspect in only a handful of circumstances. It's permitted if the suspect poses a threat of immediate danger, has used or threatened lethal violence previously, or possesses a lethal weapon. And to my understanding, none of that would apply in this case. I mean, what do y'all think is going on? Anton Antwon Rose should have not been killed. Should have not been shot down in cold blood for running during a traffic stop. I mean, I don't understand if he's running away from you, no weapon, nothing drawn, you pose no immediate threat, as the article said. Then what gave this officer in his mind to use deadly force against a 17-year-old teen that's running from the law? As we know, especially as black people, you can be and not did nothing, and people will still run. They don't want to mess with the cops. They don't want to be caught. So it just goes to show that, I mean, you have to be very, very careful when you get in these situations to see what you need to do. We need to educate these young brothers to tell them, look, sit there, talk to the officer, and that way, if you run, it's a good chance that you might get killed, you might get shot. So we trying to get to the bottom of this. Pittsburgh is on fire right now because they are mad and tired of this repeatedly happening in the black community, and it just don't make no sense. No justice, no peace, and people are just frustrated. It makes no sense to keep having this happen over and over and over again. Most of the time, the officers are getting off and without any charge, without anything on their record, and still keeping their jobs. And when they're on administrative leave, they're even making money then. I mean, it makes no sense. So we need to just look further into this and see what happened. But drop a comment below and let me know what y'all think. Should he have been shot, or what should the officer have done? This is your boy Snake Eyes, your favorite blogger's blogger, and I'm just letting you know, man, hit that bell, subscribe to the channel, man. Antwon Rose, what went wrong? This is Bomb First TV. I'm out.